For today's daily challenge, it looks like it is a good one to get that 50k achievement. If we look at it already, the top 17 currently have over 50,000. You'll just notice the play times are very short. Now that typically tells you if it's a short play time that there is some sort of combo to get these high scores. However, it's typically not going to be an infinite combo that takes a lot of clicks or actions. So that's pretty good. For our mutators, we got double stack of all effects. We got permadeath, so permadeath on things like train stewards, or in this case, our starting imps will be really useful to remove from the deck, get a very small deck early, be great. And hollow, we can't heal our units. We do have Stygian Guard as our main clan. There are several ways this one might end up working. This could be from having a deck that does spell weakness and just killing things with that, or it could also be a deck with having lots and lots of frostbite damage. Both of those, depending on the cards you get, can give you a very high score. So our starting hand, our cards, we got the Mollusk Mage. It's very weak in health, so this will probably get purged pretty quick. Vent is good for backline clear, and Daze. So we do have double status effects, so it does apply Daze too, making it much, much stronger. For our bosses, we have Talos the Architect, so this one will sap our units and daze our units, so that daze will be annoying if we don't have a tank in front. We have, once again, daze on our Arcus, which will be difficult. The +1 to spells can also hurt our spell strategies. And Seraph the Patient, since we do have strong daze cards in both of our clans, he won't be too much of an issue, in my opinion. So typically, I like to look at the artifact first. However, when I have Tethys, I like to look at the champion first. And this is because I usually look for the one that gives me minus to spells. That really allows an incant deck to combo off. We don't have that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Chill Wind. So spell weakness, once again, super, super strong. And that sweep in spell weakness, applying that to flying bosses will get us very quick kills. I'm going to go for a different combo and see what we get. We'll get Frostbite, because that'll allow me to kill the other bosses real quick. So these two artifacts, in my opinion, both are very good at allowing you to take the challenges that spawn enemies on each floor. Jack strips will kill them. Vapor Funnel will let them get to your pyre, but then they will be dazed and get killed. I like Vapor Funnel a bit more because it also helps if you're leaking in various waves, just because you can't double kill two heavies, for example. Plus, with the double modifier today from Duality, the double daze from Vapor Funnel give you 2 free hits before they attack your pyre, so I'm going to take the Vapor Funnel. Always turn on the challenge. Turning on challenges will give you a lot of bonus points. Let's hide all that. 50% bonus points for each challenge per ring, so you always want to turn that in to maximize score. As I said, all the units are going to die up there, so I'm going to place him out front. I want to kill off a lot of units right away. I do want a tank, so I'm going to put him there. And there we go. So they all got dazed too and immediately die, so that's fine. Let's see. That will get him killed in the future round. I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to wipe this out because I want that gold. Alright, I want my units to die if possible. I'm just going to play them out. Alright. Can't quite kill 3 units here, but this will at least purge out those 2. I did set up on the bottom floor because the sooner you kill bosses, the more points it is. I have the axe, I'm just going to end turn. Alright, so we got 2 strong cards I would definitely consider here. Crypt Builder is a lot of damage. That'll be very good if we get the spell weakness strategy. Offering Token allows a few more different types of combos. It also helps Crypt Builder, we might see again. I'm going to take the token because the moment I want to get through my deck ASAP, so I'm going to take that. Ritual Battle, very strong. 20 rage is going to be a lot of damage. Typically, this is not going to be a rage build, so I'm going to ignore it this time. There are some very, very strong Hellhorned rage builds with multi-strike on demons, where especially if you get the double rage card, can really spiral out and snowball to a victory in early runs. Welder Helper is usually really good at duality. However, with permadeath, he's probably not going to stick around, so I'm just going to skip both of those. Now, I do have permadeath, which means a lot of my units will die very quickly, which is not typically something you want. However, we do have a Stygian banner. Now, in my opinion, you normally want to take the Stygian banner because you can get the Offering Monument. Offering Monument will really help your deck to achieve its combos and win. Now, with permadeath, it's not as good because of 1 round of using it will pretty much get rid of your Offering Monument because it's -5 health to draw a card each time you play a spell. This is one of the few times where putting Endless on it will be useful because Endless causes them not to be purged from permadeath. I'm still going to go this way, see what we get. I will actually take the Frostbite Shark, I believe. Yeah. If I can get him to live, he'll be very, very good for me later. Alright. Put a +10 on Vent. We'll put a -1 on the Daze. Consume off that, and that should be it. We're going to have a very small deck very, very quickly, which will be great. Okay, sweep is going to be annoying, so hopefully my units don't die too horribly. So this is going to kill my units most likely. Darn it. So that is not what I want to see. I don't want him to die because he is my win con against the boss. I'm going to go back to main menu. And just going to click play in daily challenge again. So doing this will restart the battle at the beginning. Now, you may or may not like that. That is totally your call to make. It does, however, help you maximize your point earnings. So I'm going to actually put him in front this time. Because that will help me not lose my Tethys. See? Which is kind of something I want. Okay, I want him there, and honestly, it doesn't really matter, so we'll end turn. I want to keep him alive if possible there, but I did want that one to die. Oh well. So I still have a couple of trained stewards. I'll get rid of those eventually. Okay, another offering token, Crypt Builder. I will take the Crypt Builder this time. Okay, once again, I really want to hope for an offering monument. That did not happen. I'm going to take the silo fight. And I'm going to take a double offering token. So the silo fight will give me spell weakness. Could easily help me get some barrier kills. Okay. So this is the rare draft pick. This is one of the events where if you see Awoken in it, you always want to take Awoken. Let's see if it works out. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Now, the reason you do always want to take Awoken with this is because there is the Awoken's Rail Spike. Getting an Awoken's Rail Spike is super strong in any deck, especially if you're going into Cant deck, because it helps you combo off. Now, for this, I think I am currently fine with my unit lineup. Cycle of Life will help keep my shark alive, but otherwise don't care. Channel Song. We're just going to actually skip all these. So Cycle of Life helps you if you have the correct infinite combo. I'm not going that strategy, so we'll ignore it. The otherwise, let's see. The Quick can be very useful. We're just going to let these guys die right away. And we're just going to see if we can get a lot of damage on him quickly. I may end up having to restart this. We'll see. So we are actually going to go and restart this because I'm pretty sure I can kill it on that turn otherwise. I just have to play my cards a little bit different. Alright, so this time I'm going to... Oh, shoot, never mind. Because of the sap, that won't work. So I have misspoken. The sap is going to hurt this quite a bit. Nine, 18, 27, 36. That's just enough to kill this. I might end up losing my Frost Shark here, which, while disappointing, is not the end of the world. I want to get rid of that. Alright, so I at least don't lose my Frost Shark yet. That'll be the double spell damage. Okay. So I'm going to save this for the bottom row to save the shark. So, almost kill it, but not quite enough. Once again, I want to save this shark, so I'm just going to do that for a bunch of damage. So not enough to kill it right out. Oh, gosh darn it. I am not paying well enough attention. So I don't want to take any damage. Any damage I take will lower my score by 2% per damage up to a max of -50. So we're just going to change around what I'm doing. Again, you might not like doing that. I'm just working to maximize the score, which is why I'm currently doing this. Alright, I need to do a little bit of damage there, which honestly shouldn't be too hard. Alright, so that's enough. Now we'll have days 2 and take 30. And we'll get the kill without losing that unit, which is nice. So I'm actually going to take this Hoarfrost Effigy and see if I can't get a nice double. Well, I believe if you play it, you actually get 6 times the Frostbite. So I'm going to see if I can get a Frostbite kills with this deck. Now, for these, I'm going to tell you 90% of the time you want to take the draw. The more you can get through your deck, the better it is. Occasionally, you might want the Pyre, the more Ember, or the more floor size, but most of the time, if you're going for highest score possible, you want the draw. I'm actually going to start buffing my units. I'm going to skip. I don't really need any more. We're going to give this some health so it doesn't die. I really want Endless. Beautiful. Endless there. And then for my deck, so if we look at our deck currently, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. At the end, I draw 3, so I'm going to purge 1 just because I don't need that many things. I'm going to purge a Frozen Lance. And I'm actually going to take the Conduit here, because like I said, oops. Oh, I have 2 more purges. Let's get rid of this. So I'm just going to play a bunch of Crypt Builders each turn, and that. Okay. So I took the Conduit because I like the minus damage, helps you incant. And I think I can abuse the incant pretty heavily here. So I'm actually going to let this guy go through, because I wanted to kill my Train Steward up there. Now, I could have made the argument to let... Oh, the Frostbite killed it. That's unfortunate. And round. So he would kill everything. I feel like keeping that. So we'll deal this damage. Clear those out. This is now enough to fully kill him without losing one of my units. Like I said, since that has Endless, it will not get purged by the permadeath. I'm going to take this because I do have at least one card that has Consume. This is another good one with Consume to keep. Now, I guess another strategy here is I could be taking the armor effects and hoping for the battering ram. The battering ram will do a lot of damage when you get double armor. Alright, so artifacts are pretty good, but the health is useless. Here, I still want to beef up my guys and hope for a double strike. So here's the multi-strike. Since this is the double, this will give a multi-strike 2. That is 6 spell weakness per hit, which is really, really strong. I'm going to take the armor stacking, and I'm actually going to reroll. All useless, who cares? Alright, so these I will 90% of the time take honest. It's a one-shot effect for gold, which is really nice. Doesn't keep it in your deck. Now, I do have a very small deck size where I can abuse this one much more. Aggressive would be good if I was not going for points, just protects your pyre. I'm actually going to take stealthy this time around, just because I have such a small deck, and that's just going to give me more and more gold. It's going to sound weird. I'm going to actually put him on that floor because I don't want to risk it dying to the boss. Alright, so we'll put this one first. I want him to die. And then that's going to kill everything there. Get some gold. Kill a bunch of things. Do a bunch of damage. He'll still die. Awesome. Okay. This is good for me. We'll just daze it because I don't feel like damaging my tank quite yet. So, let's see. Alright, so he'll end up dying once it gets to the top. This one is a little bit annoying. We'll take that out. This is not much damage, which I don't like to see. We're gonna go ahead and do that. I should have done that first just to minus his health. So not enough to kill it. I don't think I was going to get that anyways, so no point in restarting. Which is sad, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm losing that. I do not want to lose that at all. Because that is going to help me really kill those bosses later on. Look at the gold. I can pretty easily, I'm certain, kill that still. This just means I want him to die. Oh, this is not looking how I want this to go. So that was not going to work out. I think I might just have to give up on getting the collector there, which is fine. So at the end of the game, each point of gold is worth 1 point up to a max of 2,500 points. So that's why I was trying for it. If I can't get it, that is fine. Well, actually, can I? If I do this, yeah, that works. That works very well. No point in actually discarding that one. There we go. Now this I'm going to let go through. It's not going to die here, but the days will kill it up above. And we will just vent and daze these, because I do have 2 turns to draw my dazes again. There we go. That just gives me ability to kill everything for fun. Alright, I'm going to silence. That way I don't buff him up. This is going to help me do a bit more damage. So he's at 63. If I I can multiply this by 6. Voila. And I'm gonna daze it just for fun, do a little bit more damage. So I did lose some points here because I didn't get floor 1, right? So I lost 300 points, which is disappointing, but that's not gonna stop me from getting 50k. I'm gonna take the branding right. This might seem a bit odd, but it is a damage spell. Now, as a damage spell, it's going to cost 1 less at the moment from my champion, and it's going to allow me to keep my guys alive. I'm going to go this way. Remove consume plus magic power and minus spell cost. Those are all good ones to have. Neither of these are good. They're both junk for your deck. You don't want things to get to your pyre for the most part, and even if they do, we do have a free 50 damage at least. And this is only good if you're taking damage and you want to heal, because that will prevent you from losing points. Alright, so I'm going to put plus 10 on the Crypt Builder, because that's always very strong. I'm going to minus the Hoarfrost Effigy, because I really want that. I'm actually now going to plus the Petty Theft. That'll give me more chances to kill things. And I want this Effigy to cost 1. There's nothing really worth double stacking here. Let's purge some cards. Actually, I don't really have anything I want to purge at the moment. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, 8, because that gets consumed, and that gets consumed. 8 cards that I can draw each round. It's a little bit more than I want normally, but I think it should be fine. Now, the other upside of this, I could just, yeah, we're just gonna do this and kill it right away. That does nothing. All right. So what I'm going to first do is I want to kill this guy before he gets too much armor. Petty Theft that. This is going to give him frostbite damage, which is great, because that's going to help me start comboing off. We'll just put as much damage on it as possible. Now it's already at 186. So he's going to die pretty quickly here. What's my last card? A Branding Right. Get gold. So each time I play a spell, he does get 20 armor, which isn't good. But that's fine. Because that's going to kill him. Alright, so this is a very early flying boss kill. This is a 7-turn rush. So that's going to give me a lot more points, which is awesome. I don't need another Hoarfrost. That costs 3. I might get another one just so I can... Or I might dupe another one at some point just for quicker kills. But that's not necessary at the moment. Gifts for a Guard is really fun. But I don't want it, so I'm going to skip. I'm going to draw another card. Drawing cards is good. As you see, I don't really need all the stuff I currently have. Let's look at this one. So I do have a dupe and a vortex at the end, so that's great. I don't think I want to dupe anything right now. Nothing's getting to my pyre anyways, and I don't need the magic power. Alright, I can purge some cards. I'm going to go ahead and purge this lance. It cost me 20 gold overall, which is fine. But it does make my life a little bit simpler if I don't have to draw it at all. Even though it would eventually get consumed. I'm going to think on the second one for a little bit. I'm going to plus 10 this guy. Now I could -1 this. Let's check out this here. So strike apply 40 frostbite or -2 to my spells. So the -2 would make Branding Right free if I play it on like my Titan Sentry next to Tethys. Now on the other hand, I could spend 20 gold and get the same thing. Whereas 40 frostbite. So to kill the boss as soon as possible on the other floor, he has I believe 2300 health is how much Seraph has. Which means I need about 384 frostbite on him. Which means I need about 64 to start with. So the 40 frostbite would help me more in that sense if it hits him. Yeah, we'll take the 40 frostbite then. And we'll simply put -1 on you. Alright. Things to purge. I'm going to actually purge my vent because I will just be damaging my own guy to frostbite, which should kill most things as is. So trample is not too scary here. I'll actually draw a card first. Yeah. We're going to discard the tome, because watch, I can do this, steal all its frostbite, kill it for gold. And he'll just die up there somewhere, a horrible death. Ah, that's right. We do have the heal, which is it's a little annoying, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll get gold. We'll deal a bunch of damage. We'll discard that again. I do want that up here to kill him. There we go. That'll allow me to kill it. I don't really care if I take damage at all, honestly. So I want to get this down a little bit more in health. Yeah, that would be good. So I can kill him with that. So this is already a kill, so it doesn't matter much. Alright, I'm gonna go the dupe side. We'll see what's here. So, 7 the first turn of battle. Could be potentially useful. So I'm gonna take that. Does lose me 190 points. I am going to actually get rid of some cards now. I'm going to get rid of some cards that, well, let's see. I start with a draw of 7. I have an 11 card deck. I think I'm pretty good on gold, so I'm going to get rid of the Petty Theft. It's done its job. And we'll get rid of the Frenzy Swarmed, actually. Now I'm going to dupe this Hoarfrost Effigy just because it's going to supercharge how quickly I can rack up the spell, the frostbite damage on him. Alright, so I'm at 37,000. I only need 13,000 more to get this win. That honestly should be pretty simple for me. We're going to start by doing this. That'll kill him, silence that. And we're actually going to draw... discard that. Alright, so that's going to start up the Frostbite pretty early, which is exactly what I want. There we go. Turn 9 boss rush. Super easy, super simple. going to give me 17,000 more points for a total of 54,830. Now, I don't know if this will be first or second for now, but it's going to be in the top handful of positions. All right, it does put me at first just barely by less than a couple hundred points. If we look at second place, they have it looks like a similar strategy. So they got some frostbite damage, more of that, frenzied swarm, and same thing, 2 hoarfrost effigies. Now they did go Heaven's Gold, which I disagree with. I think if they went with the damage or just gaining gold, they would have had more points and possibly could have beat my score. Because otherwise, if we look at our 2-1s, our points for each round are nearly identical, except I have 300 less on this battle here, where I could not kill the sweeping lifesteal on the first floor. But yeah, so that's a video guide on how to get 50,000. Clearly, if you copy this step by step in every move, you'll get very high points. If you don't like restarting battles in the middle, you can choose that route. Just know it will lower your points. And if you do not get 50,000 points on your first run, you can always repeat the daily challenge. In doing so, that will allow you another attempt to get the 50,000 point achievement.